Hello, my name is Julie and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is Crochet Podcast number 40. So I have a few finished objects, I have a couple whips, and some Happy Mail to share with you all today. So my first finished object is this towel topper that I did. This towel I got at the Dollar General store. It's got little woodland animals and it's got a gnome on it, so I just had to get it. It was only $1. And I used Premier Home cotton in the color burgundy because when I do my towel toppers, I try to find colors that are in the towel to match, and some of the present boxes are like that burgundy color. And then I use this cute little button. I got these buttons off of Amazon last year, I think. They're like 1-inch wooden buttons, I think. Now there is a towel topper tutorial by Pamela's Adoring Crochet, and that is how I learned to do these towels. She shows you how to cut your towel, how to make the holes to where you can crochet through it. The only thing is I had did her towel topper cowl last year, and I made a bunch of towels and gave them as gifts to my family, and people were posting pictures on her Facebook group. I'm pretty sure that's where I seen that, and one of her people that was on there had posted a picture of a towel. I think that's where it was at. I can't remember, but anyway, I seen a picture that somebody had changed this to a granny stitch. Well, I've never seen the tutorial for the granny stitch towel topper. So the first row, obviously is Pamela's tutorial, and then I just kind of went from the picture that I seen last year and made my own version of a granny stitch towel topper. So I don't feel like that I could really write up a tutorial or a pattern or anything for this, because it wasn't my idea, but I can kind of tell you what that I did. So I will try to go through it pretty quickly here. Hopefully you'll get the gist, because it's very easy. So what you do is you use a 2mm hook on your initial row to crochet through your towel with single crochets, and then I did another row of single crochet back across the top, and then I added 3 double crochets, chain 1 across the top, and then at the end I didn't have enough stitches, so I kind of had to fudge it and make it work. And then you just turn and you start doing granny stitches in the chain 1 spaces, but you skip this first chain 1 space. You would skip that and put a double crochet on each end, and it causes you to lose stitches to where that it gradually decreases. And then for this part I just did in the last chain 1 space, like I decreased until I got to 1 chain 1 space in the middle, and then I did 2 granny clusters with a chain 1 in between for 7 rows, and then on the 8th row I did another 2 granny clusters with a chain 2 just to make it a little bit wider so that it would fit around my button. And this is what the back of it looks like. So I mean, it's not perfect. On Pamela's tutorial, she shows you how to go around the whole entire thing with single crochets, and I normally do that, but I just didn't want to. So hopefully that will kind of explain what that I did to get this. But it's really simple to do, really easy to change it, and you can take her tutorial just like I did and just change it up, change the stitches. And because I think she does just double crochets, it's like I think it's double crochets. It's been a long time since I watched that video, but it's more of a solid stitch, so you could use any stitch that you wanted for your towel toppers and just use the general idea of how she does hers, and that's what I did. So this is my towel topper long explanation, which usually my explanations are long. Now this next finished object that I did, I actually had a sweet subscriber, a yarny friend here, Chantel. She emailed me a picture or a pattern link to a pattern, and I just fell in love with this pattern, and so I decided that I was going to make it. And it is called Amigurumi Snowman, and it is a free pattern on a website. There's no designer listed. However, this pattern it's obviously been translated from another language to English. So the wording is kind of funny how they worded it. Sometimes it'll say knit instead of like crochet. Sometimes it'll say, instead of saying like decrease 2 stitches, it'll say kill 2 stitches or kill 2 single crochets. But the pattern itself is just really awesome. If you can just bear with the pattern and work through it. The stitch counts are all there on the sides. They're all correct. And it's just, it was a lot of fun to make, and I really cracked up on some of the translations. But I have followed patterns before that have been translated from a different language to English, and a lot of them are like that. So I kind of knew whenever I was doing it what they meant, you know. I mean, it was obvious what they meant. But this is my little amigurumi snowman. Isn't he just adorable? Now, I will pop up a picture of the original look of this, what the snowman was supposed to look like. I obviously changed a lot of the colors because I just wanted to. So, but I really love how he turned out. I didn't do everything exactly like the pattern either. Like, he has like a little buckle on the top of his hat. I didn't do that. But he's really super cute. Also in the pattern, his arms and legs are brown, which I guess is supposed to look like sticks, but I just made him all white. And also the only problem that I had with this pattern was the nose. I kind of had a hard time understanding what it was trying to tell me to do for the nose. So I kind of followed what it said, but then I also just kind of did my own thing too. And I think that it turned all right. His little hat does come off. Isn't he just so cute? I love him. Like, he is one of my favorite projects that I have made for Christmas. He's just so cute. Now, I did use that, I did a We Crochet yarn haul video a little while ago, and I used their Brava Sport Weight yarn. And in that video, I was saying that I felt like that yarn was, looked like it was a little bit on the thicker side of a sport weight, but it's actually not. It's one of those yarns that looks kind of fluffy, but then when you start using it and you put tension on it, it really thins out and gets a lot smaller. So, it wasn't hard for me to work with it because I'm used to working with a thinner yarn, but if you're not used to working with something that's a little bit smaller than a DK weight, then it may be more difficult for you to use. But that yarn was super nice to work with. I love it. I absolutely love it so much, and I look forward to using that sport weight yarn to make more little amigurumis. I'm not sure how big the original pattern was supposed to be. It had 2 different sizes, but there was only a pattern for one size, so I'm assuming that it was the pattern for the smaller snowman instead of the bigger one. But anyway, I used a 3.25 millimeter hook because, like I said, that yarn was pretty thin, and I didn't want my stitches or my stuffing to show, and I think that it looks pretty good, if that's going to focus. I don't know if it's focusing or not. That white kind of is getting blowed out, but it works really well. So I use the Brava Sport in white, And then I used black, and then the color Dublin for his little overalls. That's something else. I kind of did my own thing with the straps. I didn't really follow the pattern. I just kind of did my own thing with that as well. I used Hobie Amigo in the color, well, I don't have the color name, but it's this gray color and it is number 9. And then I had this knit and purl accent brights. It was like a pack of different colors of yarn. That was a DK weight that I had got from Mary Maxim a while back, and it had this orange in it, so I used a little bit of that orange to do his nose. Now I used 6mm eyes, I think, on him because he was really small. And in the picture, they used buttons for the little dots, you know, on his chest. But I just kind of, I could have done a better job on that. But I just kind of, like, just made lines because that's the best that I could do. I've never mastered the French knot. I've tried so many times and I just cannot get it to do right. But I did have these little wooden buttons here that I put on the front of his overalls, like they're holding his suspenders on. And then this red is also from that Hobby Lobby yarn pack that I got. And then I just embroidered him some little eyebrows and a mouth. And the first time I did it, I used a full strand of the Brava Sport black. And he looked so evil. I wish that I had took a picture of what he looked like. It was so funny. I laughed so hard when I finished his face. So I ripped it out, and what I did is I just kind of split that yarn because, you know, it's got multiple strands in it. And I just kind of split it and used 2 of those small strands. You could also use like embroidery floss or something, but I didn't want to get up, so that's what I did for his face. And it worked out great. And I actually, the way that because this snowman, it's actually all one piece. Like, they have you make the arms first, and he does have little thumbs. They're really small, but he does have a little thumb on each side there, which I thought was adorable. But they make you start at the leg, and then you make the other leg, and you attach them and work all the way up. And as you're working up, they tell you to start sewing in the arms. And the way that they do it is, because, you know, your arm is a circle, so they have you start on the underside of the circle on one row, and then on the next row you add in the top part of your circle. So it actually kind of makes him look like he has shoulders. I never sewed in arms like that before, and it was really neat to do that. But yeah, like I said, if you want to attempt to make this, just be aware that the pattern has been translated. But if I can do it, you can do it. So, but I would definitely make this again because I just think he's so cute. I just love him so much, and I would like to, I think that it would be cute to turn these little overalls into like a dress and make a girl version. That would be cute too. Don't know if I'll get around to that this year, but it would be cute to do that. So that is another finished object. Now my last finished object is actually an acquisition that I received. I had placed, Mary Maxim had a, like a free shipping, no minimum deal going on their website. I can't remember if it was for Black Friday or Cyber Monday or something, but I got it in the mail, and they had this little kit for $1.99, and I was like, I'm gonna get that. And what it is a Gnome it's called Touch of Nature Crochet Gnome, and it's just a macrame. It's a crochet kit, but it's with macrame yarn. And you got all the yarn that you needed to make it, and you also got the instructions, and it was very easy to follow. And for $1.99, that was a steal. Now, I did look on their website, and this has been sold out since then, but I did make it, and I think he turned out so cute. So you'll crochet the hat, you crochet everything except for the beard. The beard is just attached, and then you separate these strands to make it look like hair, and you just tie yarn around to hold the beard on. And it also came with this little wooden button, which I just threaded on with some of the yarn that I had left over. And it's really cute. I love it. And it didn't take me no time to make this. Like, it worked up so fast. And I'm glad that it came with the pattern, because I could use that pattern again and just use different yarn. So, like I said, the yarn that this little kit came with, I did have some left over. But it was kind of odd because, like, the white was really thick. Let's see, which other one was thick? The blue was pretty thick as well. But then the red, it's like they were all different sizes. Seems like that black was kind of different too. So it's like all the yarns that it came with was all different sizes. But for $1.99, you can't really beat that. And I did have some left over, like a big mess here left over. But I was thinking, because this is kind of like rope yarn or something, like it's really sturdy. So I was thinking that I could use it to put hangers on ornaments, or just, you know, use it for stuff like that. But I hope you like my little gnome guy. He's cute. He does have his little boots and his pants. He was supposed to have a belt on, but I didn't do that part. I just, it was just like a chain that went around his waist. And I can't remember what size hook I used, but I don't think this pattern is available on their website yet. It may be later on in the future, because usually when they have kits for sale and they sell out, then they eventually sell the patterns on their website that went with the kits. So, but that is my last finished object. Now, I did start a couple new projects. I know I have whips that I need to work on. I have been working on my Gnome Surprise with Rebecca over at Yarn and Pajamas, and I'm trying to get that finished. I'm getting pretty close, though. It's coming along really well, and I think it's going to be super cute. But there is one project that I wanted to have done before Christmas, so I kind of shoved all my other whips to the side, and I decided that I wanted to work on this. And this is my Santa. If you have been following my channel for a while, you know that I got this Santa and Mrs. Claus doll off of eBay for my anniversary. My husband got them for me. And I got the crochet patterns off of eBay as well for their clothes. I have made Mrs. Claus already, and this is what she looks like, which I didn't do all of the embellishments that she has, but I did do her dress, and she is really, really cute. And when I finish him, I will hold them both up together so that you can see what they look like together. But these are Fibre Craft dolls and Fibre Craft patterns for these dolls. Now, my doll is a soft-bodied doll, and the pattern is written for a hard-bodied doll. So I have been following the pattern, yet making adjustments as I go to fit this particular doll. So some places I've had to do single crochets to join, like you can see that line there where I had to do a single crochet row, but then I have changed it to half double crochets most of the way through. But I did do single crochets at the beginning just to make it tight around his waist. Now you're probably thinking his pants are a little short because they really are. Now this is what he looks like when he's all finished. And as you can see, the white part of his pants they stop right at the top of his boot cuffs. So that is why I didn't do the red longer than that. Also, the white trim is different. It's made different in this pattern than it is in the Mrs. Claus pattern. Let me see if I can hold them both up together. So the trim is a little bit different. This trim is a little bit wider. I think they use some kind of fur yarn on there too, or like fuzzier yarn. So I'm actually going to do the trim from Mrs. Claus's dress on Santa Claus. That way, I think they'll match better that way as well. So I'm really excited about this. I'm so excited about this. Like I said, I don't know why I haven't done him before now, but I definitely want to get him done soon so that I can have him out for at least a little while before I have to put all my Christmas stuff up. But I'm using a 3.25 millimeter hook because I'm using a sport weight yarn. These patterns call for a worsted weight yarn, and like I said, my doll is smaller, so I went down a yarn size as well to make it fit. And this is I Love This Yarn Sport in red, and then I will also be using white. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do for his belt, because it looks like there's a buckle on there, and I don't think I have that buckle. I'll have to look and see what all came in that stuff that I got, because I got like a bunch of stuff with these dolls, and see. But I will probably just use some of that Brava Sport in black for his belt, and then I'll figure out something for his buckle. But I think he's going to be adorable, and I'm so excited to finish him and get him done, and he is definitely going to be a priority this week because I really want to have him done so that I can enjoy seeing him and Mrs. Claus together. So that is works in progress number 1. And then the second works in progress is something that I started last night. As I said, I really enjoyed working with that Brava Sport yarn, so I wanted to try the Brava worsted weight yarn that I had bought as well. And it was just, I have a lot of projects that I'm working on and that I need to finish and that I want to make for before Christmas. It ain't gonna happen. I've already decided and just gave in that it's not gonna happen. But this yarn was just calling my name and I had to use it. So I did go deep diving in some of the patterns that I have been gifted from different people. And I was actually gifted quite a few of the older Crochet World magazines, and I was looking through this one, and this is the August 1999 Crochet World magazine, and I seen this pattern. If I can find it, I should have marked the page. Okay, I seen this pattern right here. I'm going to try not to get in trouble. It is an Afghan pattern, and it is called Butterscotch Shells Afghan, and is by Katherine Eng. Katherine Eng. I don't know. They actually use 2 strands of yarn at once with this pattern. And I didn't want to do that, obviously. I wanted to do something different because that's usually what I do. And I was thinking, well, I only want to use 1 strand of yarn and make a baby blanket, because I bought 5 skeins of this Brava worsted weight speckle yarn. And this color is plummy speckle. So I bought 5 skeins of these to make a baby blanket. I don't have any babies in mind to give this to, but I wanted to make a baby blanket because I always like to have a mindless project on the go, so that when I'm not feeling like working on Amigurumi or something that I have to constantly look at a pattern for, I can just do something mindless and watch TV or YouTube or whatever I'm doing. But this is the stitch, And I tried to find the pattern for this particular Afghan online, and I have not been able to find it. But it's really pretty. You have like a section of solid double crochets, and then you have a section of like a shell stitch with 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets. So it's kind of like similar to a granny stitch. And I really love the way that it looks. I love this yarn too. This yarn is so soft and it's such a dream to work with. The true test will be how well does it wash up. But I really do enjoy working with it. I think it's absolutely beautiful and I love the colors. So like I said, I'm just using 1 strand of this to make this pattern, and I'm using a 6mm hook on this. And I like the way that it's coming out. In the pattern, they use some kind of yarn called Bernat Barilla, which is a 4 yarn, it says. And like I said, they use 2 strands at once and a J10 hook, which I'm assuming is a 6mm. And they say that their width is 45 inches. But this one is almost 40 inches wide. So I don't know why they're using 2 strands as wider, unless that yarn is thinner than this. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I think it's going to be really pretty. Not in any hurry, because like I said, I don't have any babies to give this to. I just really wanted to use this yarn, and so now I'm getting to use it. So that is what I have been working on. Quite a few little projects there going on, and hopefully I will get my gnome done soon so that we can do our review videos. So I did get some Happy Mail. I got a package from Caroline over at For the Love of Crochet, and she sent me this hot cocoa, and it is called Abuelita. I know Abuela, I think that's how you say it, is like grandma in Spanish. I'm very rusty on, I never really learned a lot of it, but I do know a few words. But it's by Nestle, and she calls this Mexican hot cocoa. A lot of the directions are in Spanish, but they have been translated to English. So it comes in a big tablet. I can get one out. It comes in a big tablet like this, and you boil it in milk on the stove, and it smells so good. And I did try this, and I absolutely loved it. My husband really liked it too. My girls they don't like hot cocoa. I just think they're so weird for that, but they don't like it. I don't know why, but I love it, and I am looking forward to making some more of this, and using this hot cocoa, and I will think of you, Caroline, every time I have a hot cup of that. It'll be really, really nice on cold winter days. Now, she also sent me this cute little card that says Happy Holidays, and it's got that cute little squirrel on it with the Christmas ornament. So thank you for that as well, Caroline. And then I also got a card from Cassandra over at Craftably Ever After. And she sent me this beautiful little card right here. I just love that. It's like a old-timey classic Christmas scene to me. And then it also has a recipe on the back in English and in Danish. And it is for... there's one for ice cream. Oranges with cloves and orange ice cream. So that's really neat too. So like I said, they have it in Danish, but then they also have it translated in English. So that's a really cool card. I've never seen a card with a recipe on the back before, so that's really, really neat. So thank you so much, Cassandra, for your card. And then I also got a package in the mail from Miss Edna, sweet yarny friend here, and she sent me a small little package here that's just so special. She made this cute little snow globe with the Santa. Man, that ring light's really going to blow my Santa out. But it has a Santa inside, and you know, the what is that stuff called? Like the fake snow. So he's got his presents in his present bag, and he's holding a little teddy bear. And then she has this fun little strip of jewels around the bottom. She did make this herself. She said that she got this DIY snow globe at the Dollar Tree, and that it was a really fun and quick little project to do, so that, you know, if you all are looking for something quick and easy to do, maybe you can find this little DIY snow globe at the Dollar Tree as well. I just love how she put that around the edge, and I will think of you every time that I see this. It just made me so happy when I opened that and I seen something and like this that was made by you. It just made me so happy. I love it so much, Edna, and I will use that every single Christmas. She also included this little kit, and it is so neat. Now Edna has gifted me a lot of my dolls and some doll patterns and stuff that I have made, and this is something that she said that she found in her when she was looking through her stuff, and it is a hand doll heads and hand set, and you make an angel out of it. So you use crochet thread, and I have mentioned that I'm trying to improve my crochet thread skills. I have a really hard time using crochet number 10 thread, and I'm trying to practice because there's some patterns that I really want to make with thread, but it takes a lot of practice to get used to that type of thread and that tiny little crochet hook. So she said that she thought of me when she seen this, and that she thought that this would be good practice for me with the crochet thread. So it does have the pattern in here for the ornament, and it has little heads. So looks like there are, I can't tell, looks like there might be three brown haired ones and two little blonde haired ones that you can use. That is really, really neat. I've never seen anything like this before, and I have scoured the internet for doll things in the past, and I've never came across this. So I thought it was really, really neat, and I'm looking forward to getting started on this. I'm hoping that I can start working on one of these and get one of them done before Christmas so that I can use it. I just think that's so cute. It says that it takes 150 yards of a white number 10 crochet thread, which obviously you could use any color that you wanted for the dress. But that's really neat. So thank you so much, Edna. I appreciate you so very much, and like I said, I will treasure that little snow globe, and I can't wait to try to make some of those little angels. That's going to be so much fun to do. So that's really all that I have for you all. I'm going to try to make sure. I think that's it. Yeah. So hopefully I don't forget anything. But if I do, I'll be seeing you real soon, so I can tell you then, I guess. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I thank you all so much for coming back time and time again to spend time with me. I know that there are so many videos right now. A lot of people are doing Vlogmas. I'm very, very behind. I can't keep up. I'll get semi caught up, and then like I'll have to go to work or something, and I'll come back and I'm like so far behind all over again. Like it's been impossible for me to keep up with YouTube videos. So you all coming to spend a little bit of time with me, it just means so much, because I know, like I said, that there are tons of people that you could be watching right now. So I really appreciate it. And I thank you all so very much. And I hope that you enjoyed seeing what I've been working on and what I've finished. And until next time, I will see you in another video. Bye.